Hey guys, Jeff here with Ghost Knight Gaming, and I'm stuck in a cave, and I need your help to get me out. Welcome back to our Final Fantasy 1 Pixel Remaster playthrough, and we had just dealt with the vampire. Now we're fighting an Ochre Jelly, and we're trying to make our way back out of this cavern that we find ourselves in, because there's no quick, easy get out of this until much later. Eventually we get a spell that allows us to get out. I can't remember if it's white or black magic, but we've got to get all the way back to those stairs to get all the way back upstairs so we can get the heck out of here, because I don't want to have to deal with any more of this undead. Will it be the only undead we fight? No, it will not. But at the very least, we can, you know, maybe that's what we'll do. Maybe we're just going to run. I don't typically run from fights, but you know what? It's the only fight we're going to run from. I don't believe we're running. I'm ridiculous, and maybe I should run from these guys, but you know what? We're going to fight them. Because I still have some castings of that. I bought enough ethers that we should be level. They're starting to run from us, so we are high enough level that they do consider running from us, even though they probably are more dangerous than we are. Let's go as fast as we can. Try not to get stuck. Trigger more fights, you know, all that kind of stuff. That's the dilemmas. You want to try to make your way out. And now, once again, I talk about this and I complain a little bit about trying to get out of here and it being dangerous to get out of here. We've got a lot of quality of life things that make going through these dungeons a whole lot easier than they used to be. The inventory is much smaller in the original game. So there's one problem, so you can only carry so many items. Money is hard to come by without extensive grinding. We definitely get money a whole lot faster in this. Just the fact that we have items like ethers is a huge deal, because then I can actually restore my spells to keep going on. Something that you couldn't do in the original. Running was hard, and you had to do it often, because you just couldn't sustain going through a dungeon like this as easily. There were definitely things that you could get later on in the playthrough that could make it a lot more viable, but you had to get that far in order to find those things. If you didn't get that far, well, it doesn't really matter. You're not gonna have it, and bad stuff's gonna happen. So it was definitely considerably more of a challenge in its original incarnation than it is now. Is that a bad thing? No, I don't really think so. I think the accessibility is a benefit to it now. More people are able to actually play through it and see what they were trying to do with this first game in the series and this first adventure and attempt, and how heavily inspired the game was by tabletop games. And how much of a difference, you know, it was compared to what we see now as we look at our current games that have come out in the series, and how vastly different. But at the same time, similar they are. You know, elements of these games, you know, whether it's themes, whether it's creatures or spells or items or things like that. There's a lot of stuff that makes the franchise what it is. A lot of times we'll refer to, oh, well they all have chocobos, and they have tonberries and moogles and stuff like that. You know, but we also look at crystals. You know, all the Final Fantasy games have crystals in some way, shape, or form, or at least most of them. But a lot of it is kind of the overarching themes also tend to carry over, even if the general overall plot is different. How those plots are presented, a lot of them have some key similarities that if you look really, really hard, you're going to see that. You know, and I think it's the fascinating thing about franchises that have been going forever. Some do a lot of different things, and to be fair, Final Fantasy is one of those franchises that does something different every time, you know, in some way, shape, or form. Whether it's a change to how the battle system works, party compositions, general mechanics. So Final Fantasy 1 is very, very straightforward. It's very D&D, right? Each player chooses a class to play, and they go through the adventure like so. As we progress to later adventures in the franchise, we start to see different variations on that, and a different look at how parties can be composed, how many party members you have. You know, this one has the 4 party members. They don't change. Now, admittedly, they don't really have a personality either, so, or much of a personality that we can really gather. But, you know, they are kind of just, you know, make your own characters, and you kind of make your adventure as you go. Starting with Final Fantasy II, we're starting to have characters with distinct personalities. One of the things, and this was also something that you saw in the, oh shoot, it's a troll. Thankfully, it isn't like a D&D troll where, unless you use fire or acid on them, they just regenerate and keep coming back. These guys do regenerate, but they aren't as potentially vicious as a D&D troll is. Alright, and then, oh, there's the way out. Excellent. I think we've almost survived. Almost. We're not out yet. Alright, I know we're going to have to do something with that plate that's in there. I think we're going to have to come back to this cave. So don't forget about this place. We may have to come back in. My goodness, the wolves, they're procreating. Like mad. Like mad, I tell you. There's so many of them. And they want to eat us. Alright. Let's try to get back to town. It's not much in town, but I have money now, which means I might be able to buy some better gear. Here's hoping. All right, you guys take care of those ones. You guys finish off one of them, and we hope for the best. Alright, we can do this. We can take them on. Almost made it to Melmond. We are there. We are back. We should stay at the inn. Everything has like cobwebs and everything everywhere, but hey, we did the thing, and hopefully they'll be okay now that the vampire's dead. The vampire is dead, yet the earth is still decaying. What's going on? I mean, you know, the vampire didn't have the earth crystal, so that might be the problem. Do you have any weapons that I want? Brassiere, saber, longsword, falchion. Alright, we can buy 2 longswords. I don't have any dragons to fight, so... He'll take the boost. He needs the boost more than he does. We'll have the longsword just in case, but... I don't think I have any dragons coming up. Maybe I do. Oh, let's read that again. The giant living in the cave eats rocks. He'll eat just about any kind of rock, but I hear he especially likes gems. He can't get enough of them. funny enough, what did we just get? We got a star ruby, right? Maybe we can use that. There is nothing I, the great genius, Dr. Do not know. What? You've never heard of me? Inconceivable. Okay, well, if you know stuff, tell me stuff. You're useless. Yeah, you're in my way. The Cavern of Earth is to the south of Melmont, on a peninsula called the Devil's Tail. It used to be closer you got to the cave, the more fertile the soil. Now it's a barren waste. Well, that tells us that's where we need to go. Long ago, Melmont was a beautiful town, blessed by the riches of the earth. Well, hopefully it'll become that way again. Or we're going to be killed by all of these wolves. If the wolves decide to unionize, we're in trouble. I'm just putting it out there. If they unionize, there's going to be so many of them that we're not going to be able to stop them. We're not. And I'm beginning to worry about that. Maybe they're the real threat. Maybe I was right all along. We must find the Wolf King and deal with them. Perhaps that'll end this crisis. Alright, so I'm assuming this is the Devil's Tail? No. Of all the things we want to encounter, this is not one of them. Okay, hopefully we attack faster. Alright, so no one left. And the one got a chance to hit us and poison us. Go figure. I did not resupply. Somebody needs to remind me. I need a little memo. Resupply in town. You know. We actually spent almost no money. Okay, so we have another cave to explore. I'm assuming this is Earth Cave or something like that. Oh, this is the Giant's Cave. Alright. That must be our giant. I hope he likes star rubies, because otherwise these guys are going to eat us. Yes, I've determined everything is trying to eat us, and I'm probably not wrong. Like, look at those chompers. This could do a lot of damage, especially to our faces. So we kind of need to stop it from doing that. You have Star Ruby? Give me Star Ruby and I let you pass. He's shy, he didn't want to eat it in front of us. Nothing tastier than rubies. Okay. It was just... Alright, we did the thing. And that's pretty much all we have to do here, is just give that to him, otherwise we can't get through. So, you know, important that we get the job done. Alright. Oh, hello, a great axe. Is it really a great axe, or is it just a kind of okay axe? Mithril helm, who's wearing a mithril helm? Alright, so that's better. Better. See, the great axe does more damage, but it's more inaccurate. So, there's a risk involved. It's not worth it. We don't know how bad that mischance could actually become, and I don't really want to take that chance. Tigers. Thankfully there's no lions or bears, otherwise, oh my. At least I don't recall encountering any bears or lions. But I could be wrong. I could be lying. Sometimes I can't resist. I don't don't know. I don't know what to tell you. You're now on the other side. Let's go down here. Encounter more spiders because awesome. And to all of those that are watching that are arachnophobic, I'm sorry. I'm dealing with them as fast as I can. In fact, I don't talk about them much either. We just do the job. We finish the thing and we get the heck out of here. It's just how it is. Keep it simple, right? Alright, so we have a new cave. This, in theory, should be the Earth Cave, I think, or something like that. So we should probably sort our items again. Items. We should probably use a tent, because we did rest in town. So I just need to recover some of my hit points. We didn't cast any spells. And get ready to brave the depths of this cave as we save our game. I don't have nearly enough stuff to go into exploring, but we're going to do it anyway. As we find ourselves in the Sage's Cave. Oh, this might be the thing we're seeking. Mr. Sage, can you tell us how to get what we need? Hi. So you're the ones who defeated the vampire, eh? He was but a servant. The beast corrupting the earth crystal lurks much deeper within the cavern. Here, take this staff with you and use it behind the vampire's chamber. We have attained the Earth Rod. Alright, thanks, Sada. So we did exactly what you think we just did. We went all the way through that cave, fought the vampire, left, went all the way over here after feeding a giant a ruby to go talk with an old man to find out that we have to go back into that cave that we didn't like being in the first place and go do it again. Yeah. And I kind of, we chatted up the plate and it said there was evil lurking there. We should have just hung out and just kept banging on the plate until whatever is actually there had showed up just to get rid of us. Go figure. We're doing well here. You gotta love those kind of adventures where it's like, oh yeah, it was actually there all along. Oh, now it's wolves. The wolves have taken over. Are the tigers okay? Have they been swarmed and destroyed by the warg wolves? Oh no, this is worse than I thought. I think the wolves are starting to take over. This is a genuine concern. I don't know how much further we can go. If the wolves are going to be the true threat, we must find their leader and slay them all. It's the only way to be sure. But first, we got to deal with the guy in the Earth Cave. So, yeah, we're going to do that. First thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to head to town. I'm going to get prepared. Oh, the lesser tigers have moved out of the cave, and they now hang out up here because of the wolves. That's gotta be what's going on here, right? You guys believe me, right? This has to be how the story is actually. The hidden story in Final Fantasy I. The tale between the wolves and the tigers. That's exactly it. Alright, we made it. Now it's time to head back to Belmont and prepare for our adventure. I'm going to go buy a bunch of stuff, but we'll find out about what is in that cave and the story between the tigers and the lion, or not the lions, the tigers and the wolves on our next episode of Final Fantasy 1 Pixel Remaster. If you guys enjoyed this, please subscribe to the channel. Check out some of the other videos I've got going on here. Or, if you want to hang out with me live, I'm over on Twitch as well. You can see the link down below. I don't have anything else to add. Just watch out for those wolves. They're trying to take over everything. Have fun, keep gaming, and I'll see you guys again next time.